What is the vibes? What's the vibes? What's the vibes? Kai's back in the building. How's everybody feeling? Appreciate you guys showing up as always. Definitely been a minute since we've been playing Avengers, and definitely been a minute since I've been live. Had a lot going on these past few days, but getting things back to normal a little bit. Let's get some beats going. Give me one sec. I gotta remember to start setting this up at the top of the stream, but I'll be bouncing around literally right before I sit down every stream, so it's like it's all over the place. But definitely glad to be back. One sec, what we got going on? Okay. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been in OBS and all of that good stuff. What's good, guys? Though, what's up, Arian? What's up, I Show Speed, Trayvon, Mandalorian Martin, Blue Lion, Kevin Mays, Dr. Rockstar, Cosmic Clutch. What's up, guys? Appreciate you guys dropping through. As promised, we're playing Avengers, and not just Avengers. We're gonna be revisiting one of his best forms of content, if not the best content that they dropped in the game. What was that? Late 2021, and that was the War for Wakanda operation. They dropped some other campaigns and operations. Arguably, the main campaign is the best, but this was the biggest expansion post-launch outside of the raid content, and I haven't played this in a while. It's Black History Month. We got some. Black Panther is literally one of my favorite Marvel heroes, and gassed up with the sub. Thank you for becoming an Avenger. He's literally one of my favorite Avengers of all time, and I definitely appreciate that this game showed him as much love as they did. Although it could have been a lot more, obviously, especially in the skins department. But he is one of the best things added to the game, and his expansion was definitely one of the best post-launch additions. But unfortunately, they moved away from this paradigm. They shifted towards smaller, less expansive content, and ultimately that's what led to the game concluding, which it'll be getting this last update at the end of March. So next month will be the final update. Final in the sense that that's going to be the last major update, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to put out a smaller patch between the end of March and September, just to fix some things, because whenever they drop a patch update, it usually comes with bugs that they didn't anticipate and things like that. But we're definitely going to be getting into that. Let me tap this volume down just a bit more. Let me switch over my audio for this as well. Like I said, bear with me, guys. I haven't streamed and I don't know how long, so we're literally getting back into the mix of things. But going to be working on some new videos dropping and everything very soon. Trying to hit March. Trying to hit the ground running in March once it gets here. Okay, let's see what's going on. All right, but yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out as always. I've literally haven't been playing Avengers at all, but I can't say that. I hopped on like a couple days ago just to do the event, just to get like all the main rewards for the event, and I did that for the last event as well. But like as far as like playing like regularly, no way. I haven't been playing like that at all, and I haven't run the raid or the cloning lab since maybe it's been a few weeks at the very least. I played with Arian, DJ, and Captea a couple weeks ago. So whenever that was the last time I actually was like just playing the game, and I literally just hopped on to help those guys out for a bit. What's good, Rockstar? What's up, Paul Van? Yeah. And on Disney Mini Cardi, how you doing? But yeah, it's like we can hop in this, reset this campaign, and get things going from there.
For the moment, my king. Your father
Yeah, if this is your first time checking out this content, this is definitely one of the things worth playing in the game. It just isn't designed to be played, often or every day or anything like that. Raid is still the best thing in this game. It's the most replayable thing in the game. I don't even remember when the last time was that I actually sat down and played this operation specifically. Maybe I played it twice since it dropped.
You challenged your uncle to become the Black Panther, but you were born to be king.
The most time consuming.
Not all receive past blessing.
Yeah, unfortunately, I shall speed. You're not getting any new content in the form of heroes or missions or anything like that for this game. They packed it in, and they're giving you one last small update, and that's the route. What's up, Lavaro?
No idea how far these people will go.
Another one of the most positive people in this community. Even when things were trending downward, you were one of the better things with this community, and that's the opposite of that is one of the reasons I kind of took a step back for a while, which I'll break that down in a minute as well. What's up, Craig, man? Shout out, bro. We were supposed to link up to play, Craig. I don't know what happened. I'll take the blame. It's probably my fault, but I'll definitely try to link up with you and get a run in with you. I love every campaign. My favorite is Reassemble campaign. Yeah, it's not much good news for the game as of late. So, but yeah, it's like these cutscenes were. Man, this was the peak of the game. Like this was when the game was at its best, as far as story presentation, as far as graphics, in-game content. This we didn't know what we had at that time. We didn't know what we were going to be missing out on going forward. That's what's up, Lavaro. Like I said, I try to be that. I just between the disappointment of the game, ultimately ending the way that it did, and just the constant cycle of negativity, from gamers when it comes to video games in general, is like I just kind of had to take a step back. Plus, I had some family stuff going on. I actually wanted to come back yesterday, but I had to spend some time dealing with some family stuff. So I've been trying to manage as best I can, but definitely haven't been in the best headspace when it comes to just like superhero content, video game content, Marvel content in general, like the MCU and stuff like that. Is just like the constant negativity surrounding everything is just like, bro, like this is people's life at this point. Like some people just literally just do this with everything. It's like if you don't like anything, bro, like what are you doing? Like what are you doing here? What's good, GI Skills? Just got back on the game today after the announcement and no more service to the game. Had some fun today playing. That's what's up, man. The fact that you can still do that is a blessing, because there's plenty of games where that's no longer an option. Yeah, no new heroes is definitely sad. I feel like objectively they could do a lot more. They could have did a lot more with this final year between the beginning of this year and September. And obviously they opted to do one small update and keep it moving. And it's like, yeah, it's unfortunate for all the people who really enjoyed this game for what it was and were looking forward to new content coming into the year. And it's like, again, they just never could really get it right. And even looking at the nature of this final update, there are just aspects of it they still don't understand and they're just out of touch with the player base ultimately. And it's like, no matter how it ends, it's going to end disappointing. So it's like it really doesn't matter at this point. So it sucks, but that's the way it is. And like I said, you got other Marvel games coming up. So you got Spider-Man 2 coming out soon. You got a new Iron Man game in the works. You got a Captain America and Black Panther game featuring T'Challa's grandfather. So it's like, Marvel has some stuff up their sleeves, but it's like, yeah, you're not going to see something like this for a while, if ever again. and it's really just the result of not understanding what you had, not understanding the demographics you were targeting, not really having a solid outline for what you wanted the game to be and what you wanted the game to be post game once you decided to make it a live service game. And if you've been listening to the Suicide Squad news, they're on pace to do the same thing. So, and for Suicide Squad's sake, I hope the gameplay is really fun, because if it's not, and people are bored with it the way they were bored with a lot of the Avengers content, that game is not going to get anywhere the amount of runtime that Avengers did. The only thing that kept Avengers going as long as it did was the IP. People are no amount of people is that passionate about the Suicide Squad game as they were for Avengers, or if it was a Justice League game. So if it was Justice League, I can see it kind of creaking along as long as Avengers did. But with it being Suicide Squad, there's nothing, and honestly with Avengers, it was just the hope of something bigger coming. So a Captain Marvel expansion, a Kree invasion, a Doctor Strange or a Scarlet Witch, things like that is what really kept people, kind of like the dangling carrot, just kept people following along. You really don't have anything like that for Suicide Squad, because I don't think they plan on having any of the Justice League members as playable characters. And the Suicide Squad members, they will have DLC characters, but I don't think there's anyone big enough in the pipeline that will have people fiending for extra content to that degree. What's up, Fetty? How you doing, man? Life has disappointments, but we keep moving. I'm grateful for what this game has, and we'll continue to enjoy it. Yeah, it's like you can, the fact that you can still turn this on is definitely a blessing, because Marvel Heroes fans do not have that option anymore. And it's like that's all it is. It's like you got the people who were bitter and jaded from the experience with Marvel Heroes, just kind of lurking and hanging around constantly for this. Wow, that's what you get when you don't pay attention. But what's up, Comic Geek? How you doing, bro? But yeah. Defeat clause 4-6. I was like, bro, I'm just vibing. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. But replaying this campaign is something I've been meaning to do and planning to do, and it's like, all right, it's still Black History Month. I can do something with that. Definitely been wanting to stream or at least get a video out, in the past few days, and that just I wasn't able to find the time to really sit down and get anything going. So I'm grateful to be able to pull this off today, and definitely grateful you guys popped in. If you haven't already smashed the like, definitely help support the channel. Let me check the poll, see what you guys are saying. So most people are saying that the main campaign is the best content for the game, which I don't disagree. You're not wrong. If they lean more heavily into that, this game would probably still have a life if they also charge for that content. But obviously that wasn't the case. I want Reverse Flash. Yeah, a lot of people want Reverse Flash. Like I said, with gaming nowadays, it's like I just kind of manage my expectations, especially after watching Avengers so closely, speaking with developers and things like that. It's like, there's so it's like this. There is a gap between what we want as players, like what we have in our mind as what would be the coolest content or the best gaming experience a gaming studio can deliver. There's that, and then there's what the developers themselves want to deliver. So it's like the aspects of the game that they think would be cool, or the characters they think they can add to the game that would be cool. Bloody Reckless, what's up, bro? Blood, hey, what's good, bro? I saw your tweet the other day saying you just got back to the States, man. Glad you had a safe trip. Definitely glad to see you still popping around, bro. I could do the OLT over and over. Yeah, it's like it's just the rewards suck, bro. If the rewards were better for like the Super Adaptoid OLT, and we got to fight an actual villain like a mini boss instead of the Warbot, I would be all over that. But for what it was, I don't think the OLT was bad. I just thought the gear was poorly planned, and the matchmaking stuff was a pain for most players. But yeah, it's like it's just a divide between what players have in their mind, what developers want to deliver, and finding that sweet spot. Because if they gave you everything you wanted in the game, it's hard to follow up with a sequel. You get what I'm saying? You have to leave some room for stuff to still be desired. So it's like there's that balance they have to consider as well. And then on top of that, it's just being out of touch. It's like I don't know. It's like with social media being as accessible as it is, with focus groups being a thing, I don't think it should be as hard as it is to get player opinion and feedback about what players would want and look at in a game. Like, just the conversation around a game like this, what is something players will want? Because it's like by the time they got to the point where they were even considering stuff like that, the game was the game. So it's like, oh, it would be cool if we can, put on gear and that changes our cosmetics. Oh well, it's so far gone at that point that you literally can't do that in this game because of how it's designed with the engine and the foundation engine and all of that stuff. And it's like, oh well, it would be cool if we can go faster and traverse faster and jump higher and stuff like that. And it's like you weren't getting that, and there were excuses for why you couldn't get that. And then now that it's over, okay, well now we can go ahead and do something like that. And it's like it's just a disconnect, and it's like I've become more aware of stuff like that after this game. So it's like whatever they say the game is going to be, I take it for that, and anything that's not presented, I'm not really hopeful for it. Being that if you can do that, cool, but whatever it is, day one, that's just the game, and if I'm not feeling that, I'm out of there, bro. I'm not sticking around hoping for it to get better. Like I can't do that between that but between just stuff being disappointing and just the people who sit around and just are just overly negative about every single thing is like I just don't I can't, bro. As somebody in that lives in the real world with real problems, my life and personality can't be built around a video game or a movie or just entertainment in general. It's like talking about it with you guys, for content and just playing from time to time is cool, but I'm not following every game in studio, harassing them about what their game should be or what I want it to be and stuff like that, or seeing 5 seconds of gameplay footage and like, oh, this is terrible. I just that's not me. So if that's you, that's what you want to do. By all means, I gotta make different decisions. Like the discourse surrounding both the Ant-Man movie and the Suicide Squad and just the DC um new slate of content and stuff like that is like, yeah, all right, I'm good. I don't even remember how I got my Black Panther built. Let me see if I even got. Yep, I don't. I'm not even rocking any gear for him. Um, this honestly doesn't matter, but I'm not even sure I can upgrade this. I can do it. And then if I can get some Sonic on this or something. This isn't a bad thing. Companies that will have considered making a game similar will know that people want out of games. Will know what people want out of games like these. So going forward, it's still a win. Yeah, hopefully it's just about finding that sweet spot and listening. Listening is one of the most important things. So don't. I feel like one of the biggest problems with the studio behind this game was telling themselves or just kind of closing their ears to some of the genuine criticism and feedback they were getting about this game, and just like I said, a lot of decisions just felt mean spirited. Like, um, the choice to make it where the cloning lab gear won't raise the stats for like ISO gear. it's like that just feels mean spirited, especially in a game where you failed to deliver so much and you're already leaving things in such a disappointing state. To continue to try to stick it to players who are willing to still turn this game on is crazy. But that's the thinking and the stuff that was going on for the longest, and that stuff is still happening now because there's no real leadership in place. So there's no one there's no one stopping anything. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm a new associate, designer or something like that, and I want to make a decision about something, I don't really have to run that up the chain. It doesn't feel like you have to run that up the chain at this point because everybody is just apathetic about everything. So it's like it is what it is. Who cares? You know, yada yada yada. But it's like this was well thought out content, and you can tell that given the level of detail that was put into everything, and there's a clear difference between this content and the stuff you start seeing last year. And it's like, I get it. They were like, well, this is the best we can do for free, and it's like, that just shows me, that level of thinking just shows me that there is no one that's a part of leadership that understands gaming or economics, because it's like like I said, that's a rant that's been done to death at this point. And it's like, bro, it's crazy. Gaming is crazy right now, man. Avengers Future Revolution. If you, like I said, mobile games, for the most part, have things figured out. Like, I don't know what went wrong for Marvel Future Revolution. I honestly wasn't following that game. It looked okay. Didn't have a great cast of characters, to start things off. But they have some interesting things. Yeah, I don't remember this puzzle, but we will wing it. We'll figure it out. We got 365 days till everything will be free. 36 days. I'm going to say 365 days. But yeah, it's like, there are people who are simply waiting around for the stuff to be free, and you gave them that opportunity. Okay, that's not it. Yeah, I genuinely don't remember any of this. Okay, that's one. What's this? Alright, so let's see. Okay, these symbols right here are looking a little different from what's up there. I don't know. Let's backtrack. So this worked. That doesn't work. Okay. Okay. So 1, 2. Drink the goo. What happens if Suicide Squad fails too? Then you will have 2 games that fail back to back. So that's about it. I mean, like I said, I don't know what's going on with gaming. Like when I saw that, bro, what kind of setup is this? Okay. I tried that one last time. Did I go this one last time? I don't remember, bro. But yeah, if they fail, I mean, it's another dead game, I guess. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's not the end of the world. The developers that get put onto another project, so on and so forth. Stuff really isn't life or death or anything like that. Okay, so I definitely think this one failed last time too. Okay. So I'm definitely playing this like a casual. And that's something I think people they have to consider when developing these games nowadays too. Like with the live service angle, a lot of people are just super casual with this stuff and are not looking to be that invested in a lot of these games. So it's like they want to play the game one day or one time, get the story, maybe get some completions in, and just kind of leave it from there. Okay. How many of these things is it? That's not it. All right, let's big brain this. We got whatever this is. That's Sambu. Let's see if we can find a correlation. Okay, so we got that star. Okay, I got you. Why does he keep grabbing it one time and dying? Bro, just grab the lid, sir, please. All right, so the star is next. We got squiggly lines and panther head. Those aren't it. Okay. So you're not one of them. Panther head. Okay, so it don't matter the order, just matter if you get the right sign. There we go. Squiggly line. Alright, see what happens when you pay attention? You get stuff done. Don't play like a casual. Somebody here from Suicide. Well, yeah, it's like if you got high expectations for the Suicide Squad game, like I said, don't let the internet get you down about it. The story looks good. Gameplay looks interesting. It's a live service game, so I don't know how long that gameplay loop is going to hold your attention. But like I said, at the very least, you'll get a good couple hours of fun out of it, and for some people, that's enough. So, it all depends on what you're looking for from the game itself, I guess. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, it's like I see people, picking up this game and trying out the story for the first time all the time. Okay, did I just come here and solve all this for no reason? So it's like this is kind of like the best of both worlds. So it's like I haven't played this long enough to forget everything about it. So it's kind of fresh. So it's like I remember how like the crossbones encounter goes and things like that. Alright, T'Challa, let's go. Alright, so it's like some of this feels fresh. A lot of it, not so much. That's kind of like a bug, Arian. Like when I do the events, I've been leveling him up mostly just doing the events. I haven't run the raid with him too often. So it's like I at this point I gotta run raids with him or OLTs to get his power level up. I forgot which event gives you higher level ISOs, but even then it only drops 1 or 2 power levels ahead. But yeah, it's like that's one of the biggest problems is Tachyon. Like they just literally, like I said, this game had problems, bro. Like this game had a ton of problems, and with no leadership, no good business model in place, they packed it in. They were like, all right, let's just go focus on Tomb Raider, and it's like I get it. right, this is where you fight the spiders. Wayfinder, better Fortnite. Yeah, like I'm not big on Fortnite. I played it, dabbled in it a little bit, just not really for me. But obviously, it is a very high performing game. People are very much still invested in that. So, shout out to Fortnite and the team. Yeah, it's like just so much stuff. Like Melee never really got quite right. The gear in a lot of regards just was never fully great. It's just like I said, this game had nothing but problems, bro. It's like people were willing to give them the chance to kind of get the ship right, and they showed for years they just weren't going to be able to do that. And after learning about their so-called pitch, for more investment funds and just a game plan for the future, is like just like with everything else with this game, it was half baked. And it's like, here we are. You get what I'm saying? Trying to appreciate what the few good things that we had with the game, because so much of it just wasn't well thought out. How long on this week's events left? I think it's just this week. So I think Thursday is when it resets, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, I could easily be wrong. Alright. Is it just 4? Alright. Okay, so it is just 4. Got it. And I forgot them that quick. Alright, so that's 1. That's 2. So actually, that's 1. Forgot it that quick. Okay, so it was that one. I second guessed myself. So that one, circle, spider, and shield. Okay. That's that one. Circle. Spider. And shield. There you go. LeJune, what's good, bro? What's up, some guy? What's up, Brandon? What's up, everybody who just popped in? What's up, Black Nito? Appreciate you guys coming to hang out. I'm back with Avengers, I guess. Definitely wasn't planning to be wasn't planning on streaming this week, but I put up a poll, and this is what people wanted to see me playing Avengers. They probably wanted to run some raids and stuff like that. I'll see if we can get some of that done. But hopefully I'll be able to finish Ultimate Alliance tomorrow. I want to knock that out so I can move on to Ultimate Alliance 2. And I'll finally get out a video talking about Suicide Squad tomorrow too. Chilling, just vibing, light day. Hey, bro, I've been having nothing but light days. In a sense. In a sense, like, not too light, but yeah, we just got news about that Elden Ring DLC finally officially. Like, I still don't expect that to come until probably like later in the year. So probably like, sometime after June. But glad that we got something on the way with that. Yeah, I literally never even fight these people. I just run past. Um, what's what's the rule on movie spoilers in here? For what, Ant-Man? Um, I mean, it depends on what you're trying to spoil. Like, what, how deep are we trying to go on the spoilers? Or matter of fact, I'll let the chat decide. Drop a one in chat if you cool with movie spoilers right now. Drop a two if you prefer we do no spoilers. We'll play it like that. I seen that my friend gonna be on that. I'm telling you, June, if you get in tune with it, bro, we can link up. I still play Elden Ring. Like, I haven't been playing Avengers like that, but I still play Elden Ring. I still haven't even actually beat the game. I just been doing quests and working on my build and stuff. Oh, okay. I get it. I get what you. I get what's going on, Arian. So yeah, we can. Oh, shit, I'm pressing the wrong button. Yeah, we can chill on movie spoilers this stream. So if you want to talk about Ant Man, I'll find another stream for you guys to do that in. We can do a spoiler talk stream or something like that, probably later today or tomorrow. But yeah, give people a chance to still see the movie. It's only been in theaters what, like a week or two at this point. Yeah, it's like you looking at another form of disappointment with this game. Like, they never delivered a Crossbones fight outside of this and the end of this campaign. And you know, based on their own admission, they had no intention of doing, even what you just got with Modoc. So it's like the players had to kind of call them out on that and draw attention to the fact that, hey, fighting Modoc outside of the campaign would actually be cool. All right, let's just get this over with. Vape, what's the word, bro? I've been chilling from gaming. Bro, that's what I was just saying, Lejeune. Like, the conversation around gaming is just like super draining, bro. Like, it's so many just negative takes and complaining and whining and stuff like that. Is like, I get being disappointed with early preview footage of a game or something like that, but to continue to make that your personality, like, this is your everyday conversation. So it's like you got people who are, you know, just complaining about how the game look, what it is, and how bad it's going to be, and stuff like that. Then you have the people on the other side of that arguing about the game, and it's like I'm just in the middle, and I really don't want to hear either one. So it's like I've been falling back pretty heavy. Like, I haven't been on Twitter that much, between the Suicide Squad, discourse, the discourse around Ant-Man and the MCU and stuff like that is like, bro, I'm straight. I'm straight on all of that. I thought for sure they would bring them out for villain sectors, but they did not. It was just poor planning. All right, Aaron, bro. Appreciate you chilling out. Looking forward to seeing you come back. We'll probably be, well, it depends on how far I progress with this. We'll definitely still be going depending on how fast you eat, though. The negative stuff gets draining, especially with Suicide Squad. I already had to deal with it on Avengers. Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's like I literally see the same people who were just doing this for years with Avengers doing the same thing with Suicide Squad. Like, every post, every other sentence is Suicide Squad this, and oh, well, they should do this, or you should do this. I hate that they won't do this, and it's like you gotta have more going on in life than this, bro. Like, this cannot be your life. But it's like, I guess it is. Fun fact: it took me a while to get used to his voice as T'Challa, Christopher Judge. It was kind of off putting for me at first. For me, he kind of sounded like Master Splinter from like that 2007 2008 Ninja Turtles movie. I forget what our time difference is, but it's 10:54 a.m. here now. Yeah, you must be on the West Coast because it's 12:55 for me. I would be on this evening around 5, so that'll be probably like 7 for me. Yeah, hit me up, bro. Just shoot me a DM or something on Discord. We can link up. I thought it was gonna be Kratos' voice with an African accent. Yeah, I had no idea that Christopher Judge was gonna be voicing him. Like I was working a lot during that time, so I wasn't really following the updates and stuff, too heavily. And I was hoping that they could have gotten the voice actor for from Earth's Mightiest Heroes. He's probably like my top T'Challa voice actor, right now. But after a while, Christopher Judge's performance grew on me. Like he just sounded a little too old for the character. Like T'Challa isn't supposed to be like in his 40s or anything like that. Just like it works. Oh crap! I didn't mean to skip. All right, Cap, you in the royal palace. You gotta cover your nipples up, man. Put some clothes on. Let's put on the Wakandan drip. There we go. Now we styling and profiling. Let me see. All right, they gonna let me in here? You're not gonna let me in? All right. I guess it's you gotta pay to get in this club. Let's see what else is going on. Just let it all fly. You can't be running around the royal palace during Black History Month with your nipples out. You can't do that. You gotta show some respect. You gotta respect the palace. Yeah, it's like this is a beautiful environment. Like I genuinely try to give them credit for what they did because it's like you did accomplish a lot with this game in certain regards, but it's like I forgot they even had a fabrication machine here, and I can't even use it. Like just it's so much, It's like everything around this game is just like a reminder, just like what could have been, what should have been, what wasn't, what was just so poorly thought out, just stuff like that. But yeah, I thought Wakanda was very well done. Yeah, perfect spot for re-rolling perks. Imagine. Not in this game, bro. Not in this game. And that's what's weird is like to design your game so closely behind Destiny and not take any of the things that are really working for people over there is crazy. So it's like I think they just kind of looked at the aesthetic and the design of Destiny and were like, hey, that can kind of work for our game without actually looking at what people are enjoying about that game and what people enjoy about playing it every day and every update. I gotta go downstairs. Man, it's like another L. You can't play with any of the DLC heroes here outside of Kate and Hawkeye. So like Spider Man, Jane, Bucky, you can't pick them for these missions. And that's like that's a L. Destiny 2 expansions are huge. Yeah, bro, like how old is Destiny at this point? And people still hype for those expansions and story and all of this stuff. I still got the game new. It never really appealed to me, and it's like one of these days I might give it a chance. But you know, I can at least respect what you're able to do from afar. They they literally have a good system in place, and it's not perfect, but it works enough for the people who enjoy it, and they're making money from what they're doing. You have to pay for the expansion, which it seems like a odd concept at this point because it's like we all just watch Avengers drive off a cliff and Suicide Squad, dive right behind them. Like, hey, we're giving away free content too. It's like, who's in charge, bro? Like, what? I gotta believe they're getting like a tax break or something for doing stuff like this at this point, because that makes no sense. It just doesn't make sense. Like, man, they could be selling this Wakandan drip, bro. Like, give me that helmet on Captain America right now. We could be doing some things. Matter of fact, give me the shoes. They kind of look like Adidas a little bit. They we could legit be styling in Wakanda, but that wasn't a part of the plans. I've been playing Destiny 2 already. Yeah, vape. I mean, Lejeune is definitely in tune with it. Like this stuff, like I haven't done any of these daily missions or faction missions stuff. Is like I haven't done that stuff in I don't know how long. Like it really, it doesn't do anything. So like, being able to use a helmet like this or something for, Iron Man or something, like just anything. Like it's so many things they could have did with what they already had in place that just wasn't, a part of the thinking. So like everybody could have got a Wakandan style armor upgrade or something. We never even really got full Stark tech suits for everybody. Like Bucky, Jane, Spider Man, they all could really use a Stark tech suit and just didn't really get it. Yeah, Black Panther, it's like just something, just something because you can. What did I do? Um, so I did something up for the challenge. Whatever it is that I did, I guess. It's like, I don't need any of this stuff. And it's like Lejeune, bro. When you tell me you deleted this game as soon as it was over, it's absolute crazy, bro. That man got out of there, and there's a lot of people who said that like they instantly deleted it, and it's like people just hanging on because of the hope that you do something better, that you figure something out, one of these years, and it's like 3 years, 3 years, and you never moved beyond AIM. You didn't introduce any like major new villain content or anything like that. So no Hydra. Decree never came. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yikes. Please don't talk to me about Fury or the Invasion, bro. It is like that's what I'm saying. Like we literally brought somebody back to talk about something that's never coming. Like somebody we signed off on that. That was a part of that was a big brain idea for 2022. Let's bring back Nick Fury for no reason and have him talk about an invasion that we haven't even planned. No Avengers 2 on the table. No actual close to the first Avengers game. Just hey, that's it, guys. Here's a update, and whatever breaks out the September, that's tough. It's like yikes. Use the war table. All right. Which the inclusion of Winter Soldier, definitely with the inclusion of Winter Soldier, definitely missed opportunity to introduce Hydra. Like I said, it doesn't matter at this point, bro. Like it's just a ill, and it's like there are people who still kind of struggling with that too. Like the idea of just this game taking such a massive ill. Like people still are trying to figure out a way to save the game, and it's like, bro, the game is done. There is no saving it. Like there has to be a will to save it, and not just from the outside, from the people on the inside. And the people on the inside didn't want to do this anymore. And it's like, I mean, if that's the sentiment behind the scenes, it's like you're in trouble. Why is he walking up on him like he want to fight? Like I don't know, I couldn't have been capping that situation. Like, bro, don't step to me like that. Like, what did you you gotta fight the king in his kingdom. What are we doing? Yeah, it's like I said, we can talk about Suicide Squad, tomorrow, because they're literally on the same boat. You know how the Titanic broke in half as it was sinking, like that first chunk just fell over into the water. Avengers is the half of the ship that's already underwater. Suicide Squad is the half of the ship that's on its way down. Oh man. Suicide Squad. I'm gonna see if I can get a code for it, but we'll see. Like I said, I definitely won't be. I can't see myself getting invested in it to the degree that I was with this. Like I said, I learned a valuable lesson, and it is what it is. Have some faith. I hope, and that's what I'm saying. Like, to be fair, I'm genuinely hoping that their core gameplay is very fun, because that's going to be integral for the game out of the gate, because they definitely need to have positive reviews, because a lot of people are already down on the game because it's a live service game, and then on top of that, you're giving away the content for free, and it's like we're living through this right now. Like we literally just got through doing this, and then I was one of the reasons that got you back into Avengers. And it's like like I said, you know me, I'll always be fair, but it's like objectively looking at what they're doing is like I'm literally watching you. It's like you're cheating off the person who just failed the test. So it's like we know Avengers failed the test, and it looks like you're copying some of their answers down. It's like if you copy the person who failed the test, it's like you got to be in trouble. But like I said, if you were in the stream earlier, I was telling you guys, if you're high on that game, tune out the negative feedback, because most of the discourse surrounding the game is negative anyway, and nobody's played it. Nobody's played it. No, nobody has played a second of that game outside of the developers. And again, the gameplay looks fun. How fun it's going to be, how long that fun is going to last is has yet to be determined. But that's so the free content is a bad thing, because you need to make money off the content that you need to make money for the game to continue to live, which is why Avengers is dying or died, because there was no money coming in. And like I said, you can get away with it for a certain amount of time because of the IP, but I don't think Suicide Squad is a big enough IP for that. So like if it was Hogwarts or Star Wars or Avengers or something, or Justice League, I can see it. Suicide Squad is like I know they're making a push to make you more popular. Like DC is trying to make them their version of the Guardians of the Galaxy in some regards, and it's like you have a following. Fans are excited about certain things, but it's like if your gameplay isn't super fun and you're not having great reviews out of the gate, and then it's like they have DLC coming. So think about it with Avengers. Their first DLC was Kate Bishop, who was not a popular character, and a lot of people were disappointed because they were like, okay, well, why didn't we get this person? And if your first DLC character is a miss, which you're giving it away for free anyway, it's like you already have people taking a strong stance against your marketplace because of their experience with stuff like Avengers. So they're like, we're not doing that again. I don't want to spend money on your game. And you need people to spend money on your game to keep the lights on. It's a live service game. So it's like we're just getting in the same boat. That's all. So it's like, hey, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like people. There are people who don't want to do either. So the live service aspects, the everyday grind aspects. There are people who just don't want to do that part of the game in general. So it's like the casuals. They don't want to do that in general. They want to just play a good story, maybe have something to do, in game wise, and give us some more DLC, which they're happy to pay for. But that's not how these games are being designed, which is weird. It's like I don't know what they're going for, what they're trying, what examples they're pulling from. That like I don't know a successful example of what they're trying to do. And what we're seeing, the execution side of it is like you're not. This isn't a great plan, but you know, like I said, if you're big on Suicide Squad, the game looks great. The story looks interesting. The story of the concept of you're going to have to kill the Justice League because that's the kind of corner that Brainiac has painted the world in. It's like that's interesting. Can the Suicide Squad pull this off? How big of how long is Wonder Woman going to be a part of the story? Is she going to end up turning things like that? So it's like I'm interested in all of that. In game wise, like live service, will I be playing this every day, week to week? For years. I don't know. I haven't seen anything to pull me in for that side of the game. But as far as a game in and of itself, yes, I'll plan on playing it, and I think it'll probably, like I said, just like we saw with Avengers, people enjoyed the main campaign. People enjoyed a lot of the post game content. Once it arrived because it's free, so you're getting new characters, you're getting a new operation, and you don't have to pay for any of this stuff. And it's like people, weren't complaining, but the studio is struggling behind the scenes because of this. And it's like if that's the same situation we're gonna have with Suicide Squad, I just don't see them going as being able to stick around for 3 years, even as a live service game. And like I say, you have a even harder time out the gate because people just got through dealing with Avengers. So Avengers had a hard time because of people with the Marvel Heroes experience. So people are like, hey, I'm not spending money on this because you're not going to turn the lights out, and I'm not going to have any skins. I'm not going to be able to play the game anymore. That panned out to not be the case, but that was a part of the reason you weren't getting money. So if you're going to be developing content post launch, you have to pay the developers to do that. And in order to pay their salary, you have to have some kind of profit coming in to justify that. So it's like I'm joking in some regards, but in other regards, it's like it, I won't be surprised. I'm genuinely hoping for the best for him. I'm hoping Rocksteady, has some more things up their sleeves that will be revealed as we get closer to the release. Because it's like if the gameplay is fun, you're not having this conversation because people are, genuinely playing the game every week or every day. If your first lineup of post DLC heroes is really good, again, you're not having this conversation. So it's like this. It's a ton of stuff they can do differently than Avengers, but we held out a lot of hope for Avengers, and we saw how that went. So, like I said, I'm a man who learns his lessons, but I am optimistic, and I'm giving Rocksteady the benefit of the doubt. Don't shoot me with rockets. They have a battle pass for Avengers for each character, but never update them. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The challenge cards is the battle pass. They just, like I said, it's when you think about it, it's like it's literally a miracle this game lasted as long as it did because it just was never right, bro. Like there's so many aspects of it that just were never right. What's up, Brian? Appreciate you coming through. It's like having games like this, Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad dropping so close, leave behind each other is crazy. Ant-Man 3 was pretty good, better than 1 and 2. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, the internet is definitely having a field day with fighting over that. Alright, let's go. It's like we still got some good stuff on the docket. We got the Flash movie right around the corner. You got, like I said, I got some Elden. I don't know how many of you guys play Elden Ring, but I'm looking forward to some more DLC for Elden Ring. I need to buckle down and finish up the main story, but you know, glad to see more DLC is planned for that. Have you seen the new trailer of Peter Pan and Wendy yet? Nah. I did watch the last Peter Pan movie with Hugh Jackman. When they were singing School Spirit or Teen Spirit, I forgot the name of it. If Miss Marvel is 100 on critic score, the debate is over. I mean, you can't debate with the scores, man. If the critics gave it 100%, it got to be perfect. Elden Ring for sure. Yeah, babe, I've been having some fun, man. I've been breezing through most of the bosses. Like I've beaten most of the main bosses. I've reached the part where I gotta fight the beast clergy. I just gotta reach him at the end of the crumbling Pharaoh Zoo, if that's the name of it. You reroll the character, right? Yeah, I saw. I still have my old character. I wanted to start a new build, and I went with an anime build. So I'm running around with Ichigo, and like I said, it's dope. He works for me. I've been blowing through a lot of the bosses. It took me a while to get everything I needed for the build, but I finally got them where I need them to be, and now I'm just getting up my strength and dexterity and all of that stuff, and arcane. Is that everything? There's another one. All right. Like this, let me take a second to check this out in the light. I wanted this suit in just black. They never gave him a legit just all black suit like this. I would say like, why is it acting like I'm offline? What's up? Like, of all of these suits, it's like, just do this. Either this, just do black. Just give me all black. Give me a legit all black, Black Panther suit. I know people were complaining about these, so it's like this suit and this one is messed up. They're aware of it. They're supposed to fix it in the final update. So that's what I'm saying. Be advised that stuff like that is definitely going to be a thing when that final update comes, and they're going to have to come and patch that. So it's like you're going to get a smaller patch. So you're going to get a 2.8.1 after March. I can pretty much almost guarantee it because they knew it. They know something is going to be wrong. So it's like they're not planning major updates, but definitely going to have to do a smaller update or two. It's like I swear I'm just like in the middle on things. It's like because I know they just got so much criticism on the game, but it's like objectively it's like you did get so much wrong. Like just like, man, there was so much wrong with this game. Yep, you'll be getting all the suits that they have available in game, in engine for the game. Okay. Yeah, it's like stuff like I feel like they could have took inspiration from something like Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes for inspiration for like mission design, and just I don't know, man. It's like they put all the best content behind the campaigns and never really found a way to bring some of that fun out into the in-game content. Are there other chest up here? Nope. Will Black Widow have any more MCU suits? Apparently. I wouldn't put too much stock in it. I don't, I literally don't know, what they're choosing to do as they wrap up, things behind the scenes. So it's like what can make sense out here might not make sense out behind the scenes, and that's just where we left with it. All right. So yeah, this is something people were kind of disappointed with. They thought this was going to be a horde mode, and that turned out to be something completely different. For me, very difficult mission in the Black Panther expansion here. It's pretty straightforward. You just protect the little nodes all around. It's definitely easier if you got somebody like Thor or the Hulk, or someone who can do like environmental damage or a lot of AOE damage. Refill your defenses and just kind of go from there. It's like I would legit have been happy if I can just play some of the campaign missions outside of the campaign, or with some of the other heroes like Spider-Man. What's up, Preach? How you been, man? Appreciate you coming through. It's like you do this in waves. It's like I don't know. There's something about this is just kind of lacking. So like a really cool feature that like Midnight Suns has for some of their missions is bosses can just randomly show up. So like this mission, would start out like this, and then in the middle of it, here comes Crossbones or here comes Venom or something like that, and it's like that's something that would be cool. Like imagine you playing a Mega Hive or something, and Abomination just shows up, or Taskmaster. Is like I don't know, man. It's like this game just was so limited unnecessarily. It's like, man, why is it so restricted? All right, let's go with the next way. If they would give it to the people that made Marvel Future Fight game, just think how they would make a better game. Yeah, Marvel Future Fight knows exactly what they want their game to be. Like they have no doubts or concerns about what they were trying to do. I was actually playing Future Fight for a while. Like I can't remember when exactly I got out of it, but it's like I'm not gonna be paying for characters all the time and stuff like that. It just wasn't gonna happen. I just like, yeah, mobile games seem to have it figured out in a way that these AAA studios just don't understand. So it's like I don't know what the disconnect is. I don't know where it's a problem with the different business models, because it's like people are clearly paying to play mobile games, and that content costs more. Like the heroes and missions and stuff like that costs a lot more in mobile games than it does for a AAA console game. And it's like I got to be missing something. Like it's obviously something I don't get, because this is crazy. So like you should be able to do stuff like position, or tell one of the AI to stay right here and defend this point. You can't do stuff like that in this game, and it's like, bro. Get out of here. Marvel's Avengers need to announce Marvel's future Avengers Yeah, you get no more announcements from Marvel's Avengers until the end of March when they tell you the new update is live and you can get the free stuff. They got no more announcements coming, unfortunately. It's like, stepping away from things. Once the game, it was announced that that's it, and it's like taking a step back, really observing the game for what it is. Like, this is what it's going to be. This is all that's left. It's like, yeah, it's like, you know, God bless the people that stuck around as long as they did. But it's like, yeah, to still be asking for more of this, from that team is crazy. And it's like it wasn't going to get better. They were going to keep doing what you've been seeing them do. And it's like, yeah, it's like somebody had to pull the plug. You had to pull the band-aid off at some point. Because you were never coming back to stuff like this. We were never going to get back to a place where content was this good, this polished, things like that. It just wasn't going to happen. T'Challa could have killed him like 10 times now.
I have a message for your people. Leave Wakanda and die.
I feel like they wanted to have him cut off his arm right there, but obviously couldn't push go on something like that. Just to justify or set up him coming back with the sonic cannon and all of that. But yeah, I was definitely surprised to see so many people voting for me to play Avengers yesterday. I put it on there as an option just because it's like I know some people still want to see that, but it was overwhelmingly people voting for Avengers. That was kind of surprising. I still see people arguing about whether the game is dead or not at this point. It's like, like what are we doing? Like, oh man, the internet. What's up, Aaron? I see you made it back. Hopefully that snack or lunch treated you well. Yeah, it's like, just it just felt like they kept making the wrong decisions when the obvious choices were right in front of them, and that's just the nature of the business at that point. It's like can't mess up forever. Travel to Burnham's on the water. Nidokoy. Got it. Yeah, it's like, do we sync up, with like fun fact, this still doesn't even work right. Like if you do manage to magically get a fabrication pattern to drop in the Mega Hive, whatever it drops as is not going to be that. So like I've gotten epic and legendary, and when you put it in here, it's going to turn into a rare, and just like that's not something that's going to change. I don't even think they're aware of that in the final update, and it's like it doesn't even matter because everything is coming for free anyway. So it's like no point in mentioning it. Who am I looking for? Okoye. Where are you, Okoye? That's not Okoye. Yeah, it's like it gets to a point where it's too much wrong to just keep pushing forward. And it's like I get it. What the hell is she? Is this her? That is not her. Where is Okoye? Man, it's like they could have made us stand out a little bit or something. Looking for a lady who looked like every other lady in here. The perks of Avengers, man. But it's like what was that? 2021. We were having so many, just voice chat conversations with the developers on the game and talking about just stuff that would be really cool to see in the game. And it's like, of all those conversations, you just started seeing some of that stuff come to the game. So like the traversal stuff, it just start coming when the game is over. A lot of the cool skins we were seeing for Hawkeye, people were asking for that stuff in the like Iron Man Prime armor. People were fighting for that stuff for years, and you're just not getting it when it's over. And it's like that. That's pretty much that sums it up. Oh man. Now I gotta go downstairs. Can I jump that? So why can he run fast in here, but Captain America runs all gimpy and limpy? Will the MCU reboot film of the will the MCU be rebooting the Avengers 2012? Nah, I don't see that happening. That's one of those things that doesn't need a reboot, especially right now. I hope they can figure things out with Robert Downey Jr. because I feel like at this stage they kind of desperately need him to do like if they can get him on board and can promise him as a part of their future plans for like Secret Wars and Secret Invasion stuff like that. That would be big because it's like they're not doing great right now. Like the most interesting superhero movie slated to come out this year is The Flash, like objectively, and behind that is the Miles Morales Across the Spider-Verse movie. After that, maybe the Guardians movie, maybe the Marvels, but Marvel really isn't at the top right now in terms of just the most appealing projects. Like Secret Invasion is probably more interesting to me than the movies they have lined up for the year. Come on, bro, what do I gotta do now? For me personally, like I'm really interested in seeing what they do with Secret Invasion. And I'm not expecting like major waves to come from that, but I am really interested in seeing how they handle that project specifically. I really wanted Black Widow to survive Avengers Endgame. I mean, everybody wanted everybody to survive to a degree. I feel like you gotta have some kind of stakes there. So it's like, it's like I get it. Um, but yeah, it's like I wish her movie was handled a little better instead of that being a project designed to prop up Yelena. I wish it was a better send off for Black Widow, as it was supposed to be. Oh my god, just meet people in rooms, like bro, get some better objectives. This is tedious. All right, what's up, Shuri? I don't know. I have a feeling Secret Invasion will be disappointment. Uh, I don't. I mean, it's possible. It depends on your expectations going in. So it's like, I'm not going in with strong expectations, but I do think it has the potential to be one of their better shows. Right now, the Disney Plus shows haven't been really great in a lot of regards, especially the most recent ones. But you got potential to turn that around. They're spacing out some of the releases to kind of tighten up those special effects and stuff because they've been overworking their visual effects teams, and the visual effects team has been vocal about that. But yeah, like I said, hopefully the DC universe can start applying some pressure because if the Flash movie slaps, like that's gonna change a lot of stuff. Power show. Because like Shazam, that's not gonna do anything to move the needle. Aquaman 2 isn't going to do anything to move the needle, but The Flash, that's the movie everybody's watching. That's the movie everybody has their eyes on. And, according to early reports, early screenings and reviews have been, very positive about the Flash movie. So I know people are kind of on the fence about Ezra Miller, because, you know, they've been terrorizing. But they slowed down. They got them to slow down and kind of just chill out. So, will Captain Marvel be in Secret Invasion series? Not that I know of. I haven't seen anything to say that or suggest that. Yeah, it's like, like I said, Marvel just, I think they need to kind of take a step back and retool some things because it's like it feels like we don't really have a strong vision going forward right now, especially with the Disney Plus projects, and you know you're gonna start seeing more people pass on these projects. So it's like with COVID and financial situations starting to hit people a lot harder. It's getting harder to justify paying those movie prices going to see these movies that don't really move the needle much. They don't really do much in terms of like the status quo in some regards. They're like just light mediocre films in a lot of regards, and it's like I said, DC definitely has a chance to kind of shift the power dynamic because the MCU of old is not the MCU that you're living in right now. So 10 years ago, DC wasn't competing with them at all. Now there's an opening, and with James Gunn being the spearheader behind all of this, it's like they have a prime opportunity to kind of change some things, change the perception of their brand as of right now. And it's like the stuff, a lot of the things that people were looking for with like Multiverse of Madness or No Way Home because it's dealing with the multiverse. And it's like, okay, you can change some things, you can bring people back, you can change the status quo in a lot of ways. And it's like Marvel really didn't. And it's like DC is, it sounds like they have really big plans for this Flashpoint event, with this new Flash movie because they really want to change the status quo. They want to do a hard reset of what you know and what you think you know about their version of the DC brand at this point. And this is terrible to look at, bro. I can't believe that's still a thing. Get out of there. All right, where are we going? Where are we going? All I hear when I hear Claw in this game is Wolverine. It just makes me wish Wolverine somehow crept into this game. Even though it's like I genuinely, I've talked to one of the developers. They were like, "Hey, we don't know. I don't know what we would have done for his ranged attacks. Like, what the hell? It's like he doesn't work in this game. What? It's like, I, like I said, giving him more credit, I guess, because I was like, I trusted that you guys would have been able to figure something like that out. Like, if you really, twisted your arm, you could have figured something out. I'm about to say, like, what's up, bro? Oh, man. All right, let's do this. There we go. What up, Chris? How you doing? What future Avenger series has? Nope. Oh, if you're looking for a Black Widow, you're gonna see Yelena. But if you're talking about like the Secret Wars Avengers, yeah, you'll probably see a lot of the current people. But yeah, I don't think Black Widow is gonna be there, unless you're talking about Yelena. What's up, Kane the Conqueror? Been watching your channel for a while now. Very helpful. Appreciate the work you put in. Appreciate you saying that, bro. Appreciate you still hanging around, coming through. Like I said, ultimately I'm just trying to chill and hang out. And if you just popped in, or you've been hanging out for a while and haven't already, make sure to smash that like. Definitely helps support the channel. Azuri is going to be the Black Panther in the Captain America and Black Panther game. T'Challa's grandfather. And that's another reason I decided to play this today, because it's like I don't think we're going to be getting much T'Challa content in the future. The MCU has made a big push to move away from him. Some of the stuff I've been seeing from him in the comics isn't great. Doesn't look like great representation or anything like that. And the games are really trying to move away from him. So it's like this is probably the last respectable content you're gonna see with T'Challa for a while. And it's like that's tough. Alright. Use the war table to start blood feud. Let's go. What's good, DJ No Good? How you feeling, bro? Appreciate you coming through. Off day? Hey, enjoy the off day, man. I know how that can go. Definitely don't want to stress on your off day. We can switch it up. What you got planned for the off day? I miss you, Marvel's Avengers. I mean, it's still there, Tina. You can still play with some Avengers if you want to. I miss the idea of hope for Avengers getting better, not being completely redundant. I guess, man. And it's like I came into the year with low expectations, and it's like, yikes. Like I came in expecting this to be the last year just because of how things was trending, but I wasn't expecting that news to drop at the top of the year. And it's like weird. Hanging out with the kids and gaming. Hey man, sound like a good day. Alright, let's go. I miss She-Hulk coming to Marvel's Avengers. Yep. Apparently, the news of her being She-Hulk or the news of Krazia Bajos being She-Hulk coming out earlier than they planned really caused some waves behind the scenes. To the point that they really, that's what Jane Foster came from. Like they literally pulled her out of thin air because they were kind of spiraling because everybody knew that She-Hulk was planned and coming, and they really wanted to surprise people. And it's like, bro, it's not that deep. People know what characters are coming to Fortnite all the time, and the excitement doesn't change. It's like, relax. But like I said, that's, when you don't have that kind of voice, as a part of the leadership behind the scenes, that's the kind of stuff you deal with. So you get bad, bright ideas. That's why I say like it feel like a lot of ideas and decisions were made with kind of sticking it to the players in mind. Like I said, if you follow some of them on Twitter and stuff like that, you can tell like it was more important to make certain people wrong or to be right than it is to deliver actual content people wanted to see or were hoping to see. And it's like that's weird. So like I said, I'm going forward. I'm just leaning towards sticking with the people who just proven to know what they understand what they have on their hands and what they want to do. So like I'm looking forward to Spider-Man 2. I know what Spider-Man 2 is going to be. I have a good idea of what Spider-Man 2 is going to deliver. Plenty of room for surprises, and I'm open to them kind of surprises, and we'll take it from there. But you know. That's, everything else is like, nah. When dealing with people venturing outside their wheelhouse and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, it's too many unknown variables that you got to factor in for me. And I'm, a little more aware of that stuff now than I was a year or two ago. So it's like I'm always willing to be fair and give you the benefit of the doubt, but it's like, I kind of know better. Defeat Claw's forces. Where are your forces? Alright. Well, I was about to say, like, what the hell kind of drill bot is that? I was seeing him walking up high like that. Thought it was something new for a sec. And then I had to check myself. I'm so pissed that Marvel Spider-Man 2 is not coming to Xbox. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they've been pretty consistent with not giving Xbox stuff like that for a while. Same with the Ultimate Alliance game. Like I'm really hoping the next Ultimate Alliance game isn't a console exclusive. Like that stuff like that is just so weird. Like especially for a large ensemble game, it's like, bro, what are we doing? Come on, man. There we go. Speaking of Ultimate Alliance, I thought you were playing that today. Yeah, I want to try to set up a stream for it later today if I can. If not, it'll be the first thing I'll do tomorrow. Yeah, I got the stream and everything set up. I got my thumbnail and everything made. Definitely still on the docket. Did you play Ultimate Alliance 3 on the Switch? No, I don't have a Switch. I thought about picking one up, but never really got around to it. Very soon I'm getting the next gen console. Congrats. Like I said, they're becoming more available. Hopefully they become more affordable. In the future. But they definitely got to tone it down with the exclusives. Whether it's a console exclusive or just limited exclusive. Especially when it comes to superhero stuff, it's like that's kind of weak. But Xbox also got to kind of compete. It's like at the very least spring for like a Hulk game or something like that. Hulk on the Xbox, that just seemed like a no-brainer. If I were you, I would invest with a Switch. Yeah, I heard about it. I don't play the game all that much, so it's like I didn't get a PS5 day one. So because I was working a lot during that time, and it's like I don't want to buy stuff and then I'm not actually using it or playing it or anything like that. All right, let's go. Very soon I'm getting the Xbox Series X console. They should do a Spider-Gwen video game for Xbox. Like I said, they can have it. Yeah, it's just like you gotta compete. You know, it's like you can't just let your competitor have everything. It's like you go talk to Marvel just like they can go talk to Marvel. Just figure something out. Like who Xbox Doctor Strange game. It's like you get what I'm saying. Like do something to compete. Fantastic Four. You get what I'm saying. Somebody something. All right. Well, hey, they got Spider Man. Let us get Venom. Something like I. It's a conversation to be had there at the very least. We need more free video game. You trying to crash the industry? I got Street Fighter Five. I might get Street Fighter Six depending. They kind of rubbed me the wrong way with in a lot of regards with Street Fighter's how Street Fighter Five was handled. But I do like some of what I saw from Street Fighter Six. I'm just kind of on the fence. Like I haven't played like I have the new Mortal Kombat games. I'm just not really a big fan of that their combat system. Like it feels too stiff in some regards, and it's like it's too reliant on combos. Like you have to do specific combo chains, so it's not really a free flow fighting system. And it's like I prefer to be able to mix and match and do what I want. What's up, General Kenobi? Change your name again. I see it. Why you still playing that dead game? Cause man, you love to see it. That's why you came here. Oh man. You did. You love to see it, bro. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right to admit you got feelings for Marvel's Avengers. We will. This is a safe space. We will not make fun of you for having feelings for Marvel's Avengers. Man, YouTube sent me here after Hogwarts video went off. Hey man, see, you went from one controversial game to another. So you're a man of taste. Oh man, let's go on and get this over with, please. I'm low key ready to play with somebody else, but it's Black History Month. I'm gonna do the Black History stream. I'm gonna stick with them. But man, Nintendo Switch does not deserve free game. Like I said, I got no opinion on that. It's like, I would imagine they give you some of the old Nintendo games for free. Hopefully, like some of the old retro games. All right, let's see. See if we can. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like you got three heroes. You just don't have the abilities to choose in this. Spider Man, Jane Foster, Winter Soldier. Um, yeah, we gonna Gonna do it for the culture. We gotta get up out of there. Is that how they spell Claw's name? Yeah. Yep. It depends. You know, I've seen it spelled both ways. Suicide Squad gonna suck. I mean, like I said, time will tell. I don't think the game being a live service game is inherently the problem. Yes. And like I said, we have yet to even see how they execute with that game in and of itself. So it's like I don't know if there's going to be problems. Damn it.
Desperate already, Claw. You have lost your touch. Keep moving.
Let's go.
Avengers, stop us.
Everyone has guns. Harley Quinn and Spider Man. Like I said, it's people who think that looks fun. Like I said, if you, like I said, I don't get it, bro. I can't think of a game off the top of my head that like I don't like or I don't think is going to be good. And because it's like if I don't think it's going to be good, it's like that's just it. Like that's a 1 second decision, and that's not like I don't need to make that a conversation. But you know, like I said, it's the internet. Oh, I've got no vibranium on. Secure the area. Who's still here? There we go. Probably should have got a flyer now that I think about it. Am I getting Dead Island too? No, not really my thing. Like I said, I gotta be selective with what I do, you know, play and sign off on. Come on, Hug. If I ever play this, man.
How long before these vibranium particulates start affecting us?
With the nanotech pills we gave you, you'll manage just fine.
That does not mean we should not have it.
Come on, Hug. Xbox need more superhero video game. Yeah, Xbox needs a lot. Like I said, they do all right with some stuff, but yeah, they kind of letting PlayStation take off on them.
Why would that help? You sure this is the quickest way there?
Oh man.
Fortunately, I am.
God damn it. Alright. Hulk was probably a bad choice for this. Come on, god damn it! Go play Hogwarts. Nah, I'm not a Harry Potter kid. I honestly just saw those movies not too long ago. Jeez. Okay. This is super redundant, boy. I've never seen the movie, but the game is amazing. Yeah, a lot of people liking the game. So you literally gotta trot across with the Hulk. Even his first big jump is too much. Ah, crap. Hulk, really? There you go, big boy. Get up there. What the hell is that? Bruh. Get in there, bro.
Just nothing affects you. Then you can
Okay. So I'm about to say, like, where do we go from here? There we go.
My father could see me now. Or yours.
Let's go. The struggle is real. It's like I don't know. It's obviously something weird with licensing and Marvel or something, because it's like this game was super limited in what they could do. All right, Vape bro, appreciate you. Have a good rest of your work day, man. Like, they were super limited with what they were able to pull off with this game in terms of, you know, approval and stuff like that. To the point where you couldn't even, they didn't have access to certain Spider-Man skins. And then from there, it's like, you know, you got Midnight Suns with seemingly no issues. They, you know, Vape with the membership. Thank you, Vape, bro. You're a legend, bro. Come on, Hulk. Come on, Hulk. Bro, what's up with the tracking on this? What the hell? the jump pad. Alright. Alright.
That is just one. I have many more.
T'Challa, this is better. I'm seeing more users than we anticipated, powering up inside the mall.
And now they activate. Defeat the.
You will not go any further. Running like the best they are.
Keep going.
Oh, man.
That won't be the last.
Alright, let's go. Finally reached champion level 300 with my hope.
It is the heat sink for the mine.
Uh,
Cross fuses are putting it into overdrive.
The only one that gets you there in time. Please hurry.
Alright, Tina, have a good one. Appreciate you coming through. There we go. Finally breezed through a part with the Hulk.
Judy, the barrier-infused devices are overly powered by the fuse generator.
Get them or steamroller network.
Make them self-destruct. But once Claude realizes what you're doing, he'll destroy the generators.
What do you need from us?
Protect those generators at all costs.
And get close to one or two of these hijacked turrets while you're at it, okay? I can help you.
Alright. What do we got? Protect the stuff again.
I'm up.
Yeah, it's like I get it. They try to throw everything at you for this last section. I honestly still have no idea why they couldn't and didn't develop on Unreal. They just didn't choose to. They chose to stick with what they knew at the time, and that was the foundation engine that they were using for their Tomb Raider games. And keep in mind, this was supposed to be a single-player game initially, up on this original Inception. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay. So they've been doing a good job of protecting A. Alright, so that's the first wave of nonsense. Misjudged. That's okay. Alright, got him. Get over here. Let's wrap this up. Alright, wrapping this up. How do you think Suicide Squad will be able to fill the void of Avengers? I think you shouldn't go in with that expectation. I think if you genuinely like the game, like the concept of the game, and you like those characters, then just go in based off the strength of that. But if you're looking for it to fill this void, you leave the opportunity to set yourself up for a failure. So it's like if you're really looking forward to the story or something like that, go in with those expectations. But don't put those kind of extra expectations on it. Respect. Yeah, it's like like I said, I'm genuinely just trying to get at that game as fair of a chance as I can. So it's like I'm not putting any undue hype or expectations on it because they already have an uphill battle as it is. Given the current narrative surrounding the game.
How big is the force attacking the city?
So it went from traversal looks amazing to Harley is just Spider-Man and stuff like that. Like I said, people turn on these games and game studios like that, like at the drop of a dime. So it's like I'm definitely not trying to be a part of that. They have announced some concerning decisions, but like I said, until I see it in action, until I see a little bit of time passed, like based on how the game is received in early reviews, you know, initial, gamer, reviews and things like that. Like we genuinely don't know. Like we don't know what their first planned DLC is or anything like that. Like whether that's going to be new mission content or a new character or something. All of that has yet to be seen. Oh crap! I had a bad habit of skipping stuff. Like when you've been sitting through cutscenes in this game for so long, it's like just skipping. Especially with the raid, like just looking at Claw, I'm just thinking skip. It's like, eh. Okay, so that's cool. So if you're not playing as Black Panther, they isolate them, still.
Something about those turrets. DCD is still holding strong.
Let me see if I can help this man out. Yeah, it's like Crossbones is literally a mercenary for hire, and it's like we don't see him anywhere else in this story or this game. It's like, like what the hell were you doing over there, man? So, yeah, I didn't know destroying these would get you. Get out of here. I feel like DC is really behind making Suicide Squad a major player as far as movie, TV shows, etc. I feel like they're trying. Like I said, you got to start somewhere. And I mean, if felt like a okay enough time. I feel like we've been kind of overdue for a Justice League game, but like I said, where players are and where developers and studios are on those kind of things, we on two different sides. So it's like, yeah, like they announced the new Iron Man game. I guess it's kind of an opening for that, especially after the way Spider-Man was received. Looking at how Iron Man was handled in this game, it's like, yeah, there's plenty of potential for an Iron Man game, up to date AAA, Iron Man game. But it's like, how far do you push that? Do you have multiple playable characters? So like, do you bring in Rhodey? What villains do you focus on? All of that kind of stuff, and then coming off a game like this is like you're gonna want to see and play with more heroes, going forward. And I don't know. I don't see a lot of studios taking on that kind of challenge unless it's like a very niche game, like something with like Midnight Suns. So a game that offers a variety of complex combat, options for each character. I don't know if you see that again.
I ask your help to announce I will be joining the Avengers in the fight against advanced gear mechanics. But I acknowledge that my attention would be split.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it looked like his clothes aren't fully rendered. I guess they were still rendering in.
Wakanda deserves a leader that
I'm sure looking like. I hope that's not how the suit normally look. Like I said, I haven't played in a while. Yeah, I always forget I have my sound super low. Because I'm like, why does it sound like this? That's why.
I just wanted to try that.
Yeah, like I said, DC definitely has a prime opportunity to kind of step into the spotlight now that the MCU is kind of floundering. Um, Kang, the next big bad villain for the MCU was met with mixed reception. So some people really liked it, some people were underwhelmed. Where with Thanos, like when we first really got a good glimpse of him in Infinity War, that was universally praised for the most part. That's like, yeah. Stuff is tough, but yeah, there's replaying it. Having just replayed that operation and campaign is like, yeah, that's I don't I hmm, hmm, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. It's like it feels wrong to call that his best content at this point. So it's like the campaign is definitely still the best thing. And then as far as like in-game content, I would probably have to go with the raid. Because of the multiplayer components and all of that stuff. Besides Wolverine, what other X-Men you wanted to see in this game? Given the combat system, anybody could have worked. So it's like, Storm could work in this game really well, because you can just borrow assets from Thor. What's up, Ferris Bueller? You literally just missed the campaign for War for Wakanda. I just replayed that whole thing. So you just missed the final cutscene for that. But yeah, it's like, man, for this to be the final game, like this is what we're left with, going forward. Is like, man, leaves a lot to be desired, a lot. Because like I said, even when it was still active development, it was this really isn't designed to be played every day. Like there is no one mission you can go to every day and just have a ton of fun with. So like even with the raid, it's like this can last anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour and a half or something like that, depending on who you're playing with, depending on the builds and stuff like that. And if you're playing it for a second time that week, you're only getting one reward for that, depending on who you're playing with, or per character and everything. And it's like that's tough, bro. Like to spend an hour and a half for one piece of gear that might be mid at best is like that. And that's just how it is. Like that's just the state is left in. Like no, there was no steps made to improve something like that. You got a whole region on the map that is essentially just the same mission 3 times or 4 times. Like 2 missions in flashback form and cosmic cube form and stuff like that, or cosmic form, tachyon form. Just it's weird. A lot, and on top of that, a lot of the missions that you used to have are just gone. So it's like you have to play like quick match to even access those missions, and it's like, yikes. It's really the characters for Suicide Squad that's not getting me hyped to play. Is I'm trying to get into it from you and Sadat and others, but I don't know. Yeah, it's like I definitely can't be the source of hype for that game because it's like, but yeah, it's like I am interested in the game. Like we'll like I said, I'll try to have a specific discussion about Suicide Squad, probably sometime tomorrow, because it's like I do have thoughts and feelings about the game. I do have some concerns. What's up, Chief Rocket? What's up, Nathaniel? But it's like in general, based on everything that we've seen so far, based on what we know about the game so far, it does look like it has all the elements to be a fun game with a really well praised story, depending on how things are handled. So it's like I do think the game is going to be positively received, especially upon its initial release. Um, if it's really fun, like I don't know how the missions are going to be designed. I don't know how in game is going to be designed or anything like that. So I can't speak to how long the game is going to hold people's attention, how well it's going to be able to bring players in day to day and week to week. But like I said, Destiny is doing it, Fortnite is doing it. It can be done. It's already in the superhero genre, and if you have really cool characters lined up to come next, you're giving it away for free. And like I said, we haven't really seen the battle pass as of yet, so it's like there's plenty of potential there. I'm more interested in the story than the gameplay. Pretty much the same. What's up, Nick Holtz? Like I said, it's an interesting concept, and I'm willing to give them that. Am I playing Hogwarts? No, I haven't played that at all. Like I said, I'm not super big in the Harry Potter and stuff like that, and I already got limited time, so it's like I didn't want to pick up something that I'm hardly going to play. You got other games like Midnight Suns. It's a good game, very very cool animations, cool story elements and all of that stuff. It can get pretty tedious and repetitive in some regards, and it's also very niche. So it's like you got four great characters coming in season one. You got Deadpool, Venom, Morbius, and Storm coming. This is already common knowledge, but people just aren't that excited for it because it's in a turn-based strategy game with card elements, and a lot of people just aren't interested in that. What's the discussion been? Just I replayed the War for Wakanda campaign, just to revisit that. We got Black History Month. I love Black Panther and all of that stuff, and just kind of talking about what the game is, and it's like looking at a lot of what is offered. It's like this the game. While we enjoy elements of it, like the combat and the main campaign, what you're left with, especially as in terms of end game, is it's not a great game. You know what I'm saying? It really just isn't. And people were hanging around hoping that would change. So maybe we get some new missions, introduced that were better designed, better thought out, better rewards, more engaging. So like maybe patrol mode would have been a little more engaging. Maybe we can get a horde mode into the game finally at some point or something like that. Something that you want to play every day that's rewarding, or week to week, whatever, and they just never really got that. So it's like you spent all of that time on Cloning Lab, and it's like that was met with mixed reviews, of course, and then it's like you tried to make it story content at the same time, and it was underwhelming in that regard. It wasn't polished content. The rewards, hit or miss, depending on how you feel about it. But it's like they just never could find their footing with the in-game stuff with this game, and it's because honestly it was never really fully thought out, and that sucks. So it's like pulling stuff from the operations as in-game content is fine. I just wish they would have had that same energy for doing that with stuff from the campaign. So like being able to play the A-Day mission would be fine, or would be really fun in multiplayer. Being able to replay the Helicarrier assault by AIM during the campaign would be really fun in multiplayer. Fighting MODOK in that big arena that you had from the campaign would be really fun in multiplayer, and it's like none of that stuff was ever on the table. And then you got mishaps with your character selection. So you got Hawkeye and Kate Bishop back to back. You got Black Panther, then you got Spider-Man. Spider-Man's the closest person to a flyer, but he was only on PlayStation. and then he doesn't come with any of his new movie skins, and you never got any of his major comic skins and things like that. So it's like, that's underwhelming, and that's met with mixed reviews. And then your next big character from there, you deviate from the original plan of delivering She-Hulk and go with Jane Foster, who is essentially just Thor. And it's like you follow that up with Cloning Lab, No Rest for the Wicked, and Bucky, and then that's the game. So it's like, yeah, it's like it's when you outline it like that, when you lay it all out like that, and you look at this is all you got in 3 years of work, it's like, yeah, that's unacceptable by anybody's standards, or should be unacceptable by anybody's standards. Like I said, most of your missions just aren't fun. So it's like the vaults, these aren't fun missions. Like, you can give people reasons to go play either through events or something like that, but they're not playing it for fun. They're not going like, oh my god, I want to play the hive mission. Hey guys, let's go play a vault or a mega hive. It's like nobody wants to do that. It's not fun. So of all these missions you're looking at, you got what, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. You got 17 missions available right here, and one can be argued as fun. So Clone Labs is a brief fun mission, but it's like No Rest for the Wicked. It's like no. Omega, Family Reunion, OLT. That can be argued as fun. Everything else is like, even if you did think it was fun initially, it's like you probably burnt out on that stuff at this point. And that's just your game. You got helicarrier missions that are just the harm room, and it's like that's a whole another thing. And then you got the raids. Again, fun, but it's limited. You don't get, rewards more than once. It's buggy. You don't have join in progress. Just a ton of complaints about that stuff as it is, and it's like that never really improved or changed. And it's like, it's not that they're not working hard. It's like you're working hard to deliver what you can, and it's like you're working that hard to deliver underwhelming content. So it's like, what's the point? And I believe that's the sentiment they had behind the scenes, which is why they're not working to deliver more content. They're doing one big last update to give you what's left in terms of skins, and a couple more tweaks and changes to the characters in the game, and that's it. So, like I said, I've made my peace with that. That's literally the game and what we got left with. But it's like, yeah, honestly, it doesn't make sense on paper to keep doing this. It just doesn't. What you were doing wasn't good. It wasn't great. Ton of problems. Even the stuff that you do that people are kind of okay with is flawed. So it's like, just let it go. Just let it go. And the fact that I would have to deal with this bug is sad. Yep. They should have made all hives drop 2 exotic pieces that can. Yeah, it's like, even then, it's like a lot of people's exotics just don't matter. Like, Captain America, it's like you didn't do anything to really improve him as a character in the game. It's like, when you on paper think about who's going to be, better between like Captain America and Kamala or Hawkeye, you're kind of inclined to lean towards Captain America, but that's not the case in this game. And it's like, somebody has to be the worst, I guess. But it's like, even with Spider-Man, like Spider-Man punches like he has pillows on his fist, and it's like that's not something that changed. Like, just like I said, I've been burnt out on that conversation, and like I said, it is what it is. But appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm gonna wrap up. I'm gonna grab some food. I'm gonna try to be back for maybe a 5 o'clock stream for Ultimate Alliance. If I don't, you'll see it pop up, and it'll be scheduled for tomorrow. So I'll try to do it for today, and if I can't fit it in today, then that'll be the first thing we do for tomorrow. But appreciate you guys as always for hanging out. happy Black History Month for those of you who celebrated or recognize that. And like I said, we'll be talking about Suicide Squad tomorrow and everything too. So tomorrow, I really plan on hitting the ground running. I want to start the month off strong. I want to get back into the flow of making videos, streaming and stuff more consistently. Hopefully, life helps out with that. But like I said, I'm definitely going to make a push for it. Shout out to you guys for coming out as always. Drop a like if you haven't already. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.
Mm.